Okay, here is another video of me working in my little memory book, junk journal, scrapbook. We're gonna call it a memory book. I like that. So the other event that we did that I want to put in here is we went to Oktoberfest here in Oregon. There is a town called Mount Angel, and every year they have Oktoberfest. And Oktoberfest is a German celebration of fall, coming of fall. That's probably not right. Where are my ears suddenly plugged up? Anyway, they celebrate Oktoberfest to celebrate the joy and the of their community and all of that things. It is a, I think, traditionally German part of Oregon. So anyway, I will put here a clip, the proper meaning of Oktoberfest. Okay, so when we were there, I picked up this pamphlet, the program, 60 Years of Oktoberfest. They've been doing it since 1966. I also picked up this from the beer garden we went to have food. I took a few pictures, of course, and then we have some wristbands. So the first thing we're going to do is go through here. And I don't want to save the whole magazine, but I've already seen a couple things I want to save. Willkommen means welcome, by the way. It's probably not the right pronunciation of that. I am not German. That would be my husband's side of the family. I also saw this with it, which I thought was really cute. I didn't even know that was in there. A couple of little puzzle things for kids to keep them busy. So we're going to take that out. And just quickly peruse through here. Now, there is a map, which I think I want to try to pop out. Yeah. Okay. It was a really fun time. Mount Angel is a really cute town. We like going there even when it's not Oktoberfest. They have a Glockenspiel. That's what this is. And they have some cute little shops and really good sausages. Yeah, in fact, we bought some and brought them home. Okay, so now the other thing I want to do is on this beer garden thing, I was going to just cut this did you know part off. But I think I'm going to save the whole thing and just put it on here. We want to cut our little musical guy off. We did sit and listen to a brass band. They were very entertaining while we had our lunch. And we would have stayed longer, but we were babysitting the grand dog for the kids while they were out of town. So we had to get home and take care of her. Okay, I think the first thing I want to do is put him on there. So again, we're going to just use regular white glue. This is white school glue from Dollar Tree. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. I want to refold the map. Let's see. Be easier if I do it this way. All right. So I want this to be what ends up sticking out. So then if we put that on there, attached back here, yep, that works. Okay, so I'll put some glue back here. But we're also going to put some tape. There we go. Okay. I have a few stickers I found, some pictures, our wristbands. I didn't get a picture of the two of us together, which was weird, but that's okay. Now, when they have the Oktoberfest, they always have a car show too at the same time. And so I did get a picture of a car that was built to resemble the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard. I do have skinnier ones of these. Let me go grab one. These are like clear plastic library pockets. I think I said that already in the last video. Go. Now this might be the last thing I put in this. There are a few extra pages, but it's not enough for the next group of photos. That being said, I might keep it out and or keep it handy, and if something else, we do something else before the end of the year or go somewhere that I can add to this, I will do that. The worst thing about adding these stickers is trying to get the little piece of paper off of the back. Now, when you go to the Oktoberfest and you go into the beer garden, you pay to get in, and then you can just sit and listen to music, buy some food if you want. If you want a beer, you have to buy tokens. And husband, I don't drink, but husband did want to get a beer, which is fine. And so he bought some tokens, and when I gave him the tokens, they were all different colors. I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to have one of those and keep it. So he bought me one more token, which I then drilled a hole in, and I'm going to turn it into a stitch marker for my knitting and crochet. So there's that. I'm going to cut these little puzzles out just because I think they're cute and there's room in this book. Let's see. Put some glue. Oops, helps if I open said glue. I just realized this is also a game, so I cut it apart, but we'll leave it intact. Okay, now to do some writing, and I'll be right back. Okay. So it is done. I did some journaling. I got everything glued in there. And the only thing that's left are these clear plastic pockets in the back, which I'm gonna just leave for the moment. And so then this one is done. And hard to close, yes. Hard to close. They're always hard to close. Okay, there we go. That's not chunky or anything. So the last thing to do is to turn this token into a stitch marker. And I already drilled a hole in it. You can see right there. So let me grab a couple things. So I use a mini split ring, usually, or I do have some little jump rings. And then these are actually earring backs, or earring things. I use these round ones. What are they actually called? It just says for jewelry making. It doesn't say. I get these on Amazon just because that's more convenient, but you can get them. Yeah, it doesn't say. You can get them, I'm sure, at your local arts and crafts store. I just bought some more because I was running out, so let's add these to this box. There we go. So then what I'm gonna do is I like to, if I can, use the mini split rings because it's a little bit more secure. It's also more challenging to get on. So there's that. So first I'm gonna split the ring open and stick some pliers in there so that hopefully I can get it wide enough to get the token on there. Hopefully. Okay. Yeah, that happens a lot. Whoops. So this is sometimes why I grab two pliers, because one has little teeth on it, one doesn't. And as a former licensed dispensing optician, I have a drawer full of pliers. For those that didn't know, yes, I used to be that person in the back Making your eyeglasses. Aha, okay. Once it's on there even a little bit, I can use the pliers to move it around on the split ring. Yay, got it. Okay, but now we have to get this one on there. Now this one, to get this part on there, I usually will use something smaller. I do have these little teeny tiny, like microscopic split rings. They're so tiny. Let's see. Yep, that worked. Like a charm. You can use a jump ring. You can use what you have. Oh, there we go. This split ring just feels really chunky, maybe too chunky for this. Oh, okay. Let's try one of these littler ones. Yeah, that worked better. And then put that on there. And then twist this back around. It got bent out of shape a little bit, because that's what happens with these little tiny split rings. They're not made out of the thickest wire on the planet. And sometimes, yes, it would just be easier to use a jump ring. Okay, there we go. Stitch marker. So when I am out doing things with the husband, whether it's just going to Oktoberfest or it's traveling, I tend to pick up little trinkets like this. Sometimes it's a keychain with a bunch of little charms on it. Sometimes it's some kind of little small bead or ornament. Sometimes, obviously, it's a token that I can drill a hole in. And I make them into stitch markers. I have a collection of them now, and I really love using something like this on my project, and I can remember my trip, the day, the event. It's really great. Also, because these are earring loops, you could wear it as an earring, but I don't do that. Anyway, that's it for the minute. I hope this gives you some ideas of what you can do. You don't have to go far. You don't have to spend a lot of money. But whatever you do, document it. Keep track of it. You know, if you're going to buy a souvenir, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. This is a token. It costs $1. It can be inexpensive and still be something that you can remember your trip by, that time spent with family and friends. I know somebody who does a lot of traveling, and what do they bring home? Magnets, refrigerator magnets. She's got a pretty large collection now, but they're inexpensive and they can remember and keep track and have those, you know, fond memorabilia things around their house from the different places they've been to together, which is, I think, the whole point. All right, that's it for this week. I will be back with a part 3. That will be the bigger one from the Italy trip, which I'm not going to even try to set up right now because that's a big project. And we will do that. It'll be a longer video. No, I love you all very much. Please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to go out and do something nice for yourself because you deserve it. And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.